Hello all and welcome to the Mug Life DIY. I am Julia and I am so excited that you decided to stop by my channel. Well, it's still fall here in my house and on my channel, so I decided to kind of splash it up a little bit, and I wanted to give you some fun combinations and some ideas. I like what I like, and I create things for myself and for my home. So I took one of these Dollar Tree buffalo chick pumpkins, and I took out the stem, and I originally was just going to paint it and call it a day, but y'all know me, I got a little bit bored with it, and after I painted it, I kind of decided to go in a different direction. So I am still going to use this wonderfully pretty stem, and I'm using my, I believe it's called bronze or classic bronze, something like that, from plaid, and I just love the color combination. But then I decided to use a succulent, also from the Dollar Tree, and I am going to use another longer greenery piece, which is actually from a Dollar Tree. I feel like it was a floral arrangement. I keep everything. And to give it a little bit of that warmth and fall-y vibe. Folly? Is that a word? We're going with it. I decided to use that same bronze color and just lightly brushed over some of the leaves on the front and the back. It still had the green peek through, which I really loved that. And then I just glued everything down where the stem would be. And then I also just thought it was a little bit too plain. So I grabbed some of my raffia and just kind of like lightly knotted or tied that around the outside, and I just thought it kind of balanced it out really nicely. So this project is kind of a combination of bohemian, classic, modern farmhouse. It's whatever you decide, but I'm obsessed with it. I think it's so fun. I actually love how the greenery is just, it's different. It's fun. So I have started finally kind of decorating my dining room, and I put two of my favorite succulent pieces together, or pumpkins together, so I will have that linked in my description, which I can't remember if I made 1 or 2 years ago. So jumping into project 2, you're going to take one of the Dollar Tree little, what are we going to call these little squatty pumpkins? I don't know. And I took my favorite scrapbooking paper, which I have used this entire fall season, and I cut it into the shape that I needed and just kind of traced that out. After I cut it, don't forget, spritz your paper, spritz your paper, spritz your paper, spritz your paper. I use my water bottle that I got from Dollar Tree, and yes, I know, my Mod Podge had a little bit of gray paint in it, but you know, it still works. And painted the sides and edges with my black acrylic paint. I actually had originally thought I was going to do that faux leather ribbon or another ribbon around it, but I really liked the contrast. So I decided to just go with the paint, and I thought it brought it all together. And fret not. Remember how I said I was still going to be using that adorable bronze little stem from our first project? And when I was finishing up this project, I was like, that's going to be perfect. I was hopeful that it would have fit inside of the little hole from the smaller piece that I took out, but it poked out too far. So what I ended up doing was pushing the stem further back so it hung over on the back side, not the front. I just thought it looked a little bit too odd hanging over the front. And then, you know, also had to jazz it up a little bit. Now I'm going to share the frustrations. Oh, the frustrations of these little tacks. I could not get all of them to go in straight. So that's why I'm just showing you, like, the struggle is real. My husband brought me this mallet, which needs to go in the trash. It is so worn down. It was bad. So I thought using, you know, like a craft stick would kind of help even the pressure. I don't know, guys, what I was thinking, but it was so difficult. I think out of every other little push pin, I probably broke 4 or 5 of them. So this actually took quite a while, but it did turn out so pretty. So, you know, worth the pain. It would probably, oh gosh, yes, I'm using the wrong side. Oh my God, it's so bad. So, yes, I don't know what I'm doing, yo. It's so bad. Okay, I would recommend just cutting these, or you know what? Dollar Tree has stickers, y'all. You don't got to be all real like me and use the metal tacks. Oh my gosh, I'm just laughing. This is so bad. I was so frustrated too. Like, if you could only hear me like mumbling and like yelling at the mallet and then yelling at the pins and saying, why won't you just work? Like, it was bad. So you can see some of the tips actually did break off from hitting them the wrong direction. And so I was able to hot glue those down, but not all of them broke off. So I did still have to kind of like hammer and shove and do. The struggle was real, y'all. And y'all know I would have an idea. I would have a project in mind. And of course, you know, my plans never quite go as planned. And my ideas, they come and go. And when I'm crafting, I don't know exactly how or why my brain goes the direction that it goes. I just kind of have fun. So original idea was to slowly peel off all of this horrid glitter that was the entire side. I love the buffalo check, and my original idea for this video was buffalo check, but you know, real life. And so I tried this new technique of using my heat gun on a low setting and my Cricut scraper and kind of just slowly scraping all of the glitter off. And let's just say I burnt my hand like 10 times, but you know, the glitter did come off. It was very lovely. So don't really recommend unless you have like a heat protective glove. So changing direction, because I could see the scrape marks and that bothered me. If that wouldn't bother you, I would say totally go that route. But I took some of my scrapbook paper from the same pack and traced the outside edge of my pumpkin. And after I was completely done measuring it out and cutting it, I spritz, guys. Like, I feel like I've told you this, and I will keep saying it until the end of time, because Mod Podge is the greatest of all times. Okay, I never have bubbles. I never have any issues. It always seals beautifully. You can manipulate it when it is still moistened with the paper, and I don't know, it's magic, y'all. Just try it. If you don't believe me, just try it. And you can see kind of it just suctions right to it. It's amazing. So I picked up this little sign at least 2 to 3 years ago, because I bought it when I was still in Texas at dirt cheap. It was originally from Target, and it was like broken and janky, and literally paid like $0.25 for it. And I just never knew what I was going to do with it until today. And so I'm taking a Dollar Tree little stem, and I kind of glued it onto the very top because my little stem had broken off. And I just kind of used a tumbling tower block to kind of add a little bit of support for said stem. And I also wanted my piece to stand up, and my same method as always, take a couple of Jenga blocks to the back and glue them in a U pattern, and it stands up fabulous. So I'm just saying, it's amazing. And what's also amazing is my new glue gun. Yes, I finally bought some glue sticks, finally charged it, and it's amazing. I love how lightweight it is. It's great for my wrists. So 10 out of 10 recommend. Okay, so my idea was to kind of layer them, give it a really fun vibe, because how the taller white pumpkin is all vertical stripes and white, and then my black was horizontal stripes. I don't know. I just really like the contrast, and I told y'all black and white's my theme this year. I'm feeling it. So I glued the little raffia bow that came off of that said black pumpkin back onto said new black pumpkin, and needed to jazz up the white one. So I took a Dollar Tree feather, which is in that awesome, beautiful, gorgeous gold, and cut one down just to make it a little bit different when I was, I don't know. So I just cut it down and just reshaped it, and then added a little bit of Dollar Tree ribbon twine. I don't really know what this ribbon twine is called, but it's the one that's braided and it's amazing. I love it. So I just kind of added that to the top to kind of cover up the transition of the stem and the little feathers and all that jazz, but just glued that down as well. And if you're brand new to my channel, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. And if you've been listening to me rambling for this long, join the family. I am a real life crafter. You can see my hot mess crafting all behind me. I am just a spaz. I love crafting and being just who I am for you guys. I am a mom of 3. I work for my church and my husband's in the military. So I love budget friendly, all things boho, a little bit of modern farmhouse, and I just kind of go with flow. If that sounds fabulous to you, I would love for you to subscribe, tell me which one is your favorite project, and that's it, y'all. And I just thought these little pumpkins were perfect on my porch. I'm slowly trying to put everything I want out there. My next video will be all of my outside decor, so I hope you guys will stay tuned for that video next week. But let me know what you guys think. Oh, it's so cute. I think it turned out so fun and fabulous. So let me know which one is your favorite down below, and I will see all of you guys next time.